Hey everyone, Blaze here, welcome to a news video. Just in the last hour or so, Funimation have launched a Kickstarter for The Vision of Escaflowne, a new HD dub. This is going to take some explaining, because I'm sure many of you already are aware that there already is a dub for Escaflowne, but it's for a version of the show that wasn't uncut. Simple as that. It was an edited version of the show, only slightly, but it was edited. In Japan, the HD materials that are available and released on Blu Ray are for the director's uncut version. So yeah, the full, complete experience of Escaflowne. Unfortunately, the current dub materials, English audio materials, cannot line up with the new HD materials that Funimation have in and want to release on Blu Ray. Simply because there would be large portions, or portions of the show that would just be available only subtitled. So you'd be watching something dub, and all of a sudden it'd be subtitle, a couple of lines or something, or a little scene, and then it'll be back to the dub again. So yeah, Funimation have decided to just go right to the beginning and just redub the whole thing. I'm kind of mixed about this for a couple of reasons. I'm not against them doing this at all. I think this is a great idea to go back and just dub the whole thing. Escaflowne is a hugely popular series in the West, much more than it is even in Japan. It was hugely successful. I personally love it. I think it's one of the best shows that Sunrise have ever produced. They went 2 years and made two amazing shows, Cowboy Bebop and Escaflowne. They were both amazing. And I'm really happy that Funimation have as much love for it as the fans seem to, and they are willing to commit to trying to make a new HD dub and trying to do like some special collector's edition stuff, as we'll get into in a minute. But why I'm mixed on it is that I feel as though this is sort of unnecessary. They're asking for $150,000. This will not cover the production costs of releasing this on Blu Ray by any means, or not even probably the entire dub wouldn't really be covered by $150,000, I don't think. So yeah, this is, as they put it, they're just trying to gauge interest. The reason I'm conflicted on that a little bit is that Funimation are the biggest anime company in America and probably the world, yeah, in terms of like English speaking territories. Like they are number one. So, an Escaflowne is one of the biggest shows ever, as I said, for English-speaking audiences, in terms of like the classic anime, and especially the era it came out. Like, if you think of the 90s, and you think of like the top 5 anime for English-speaking audiences that came out in the 90s, you're gonna list Cowboy Bebop, Escaflowne, Evangelion. It's just kind of, it's right up there. So basically my point is that Funimation could have easily have done this all behind the scenes, just completely made a new dub, and just say, hey, we're releasing it with a new dub, we'll include the old dub on the DVD, which is, in its old edited format, just as a goodwill gesture, I guess, but the new dub will be on the Blu-ray and blah 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 blah. They could have done that just fine, I think, and I honestly can't fully still understand why they haven't done that, but they haven't. So let's get into this actual project. So one of the things about it that's sort of interesting is the exclusivity part. There's going to be an exclusive amount of art boxes just for part 1. Now, this is sort of confusing actually, because there's a collector's edition and there's a normal limited edition. That's kind of something that happened with Fullmetal Alchemist. They got a big collector's edition, a normal limited edition, and then a standard edition. It looks like they're going to do something similar for Escaflowne. But the limited edition box is only going to be on the Kickstarter, and it's limited seemingly to 1,000 units, or is that just the... Yeah, it seems to be limited to 1,500 units, I think. Or maybe just 1,000. Might be just 1,000. But yeah, it's limited anyway. As is, yeah, this includes the Kickstarter award as well, so our box. So yes, it's limited to 1,500. But if you go down to, where is it, 175, we got the collector's edition, which isn't limited at all, and it's supposed to come with the series and the movie. They haven't actually mentioned about redubbing the movie, which I find kind of strange. Like, if you're going to go full pelt with it, why not redub the movie with the new cast as well? But maybe they will do that. They just haven't specifically mentioned that yet. So yeah, actually this is probably a better way of looking at the tiers, since it's visual. So we've got wallpaper. Let's get to the actual proper stuff. Okay, so the tower is where we got the Escaflowne TV series Part 1 Kickstarter edition. That's for the art box and will come with Part 1 of the series. And then we get the High Priestess, which comes with Part 1 in the Kickstarter exclusive art box, Part 2, and this poster, as well as certificate of authenticity and stuff. And then the Moon comes with all that and the art. No, is that the movie? No, it comes with the movie. And then this is the collector's edition, which comes without the art box exclusive thing, but it comes with the complete series, the movie, the art book, and a DVD edition of the original edited dub. So yeah, another thing I find weird about this though, right, is that the collector's edition is seemingly not exclusive to the Kickstarter, but the inclusion of the original dubbed DVD edited version within that collector's edition is. Which is weird because here it's visually displayed. I mean, obviously this is just a very small mock-up, but here it's visually displayed as, you know, being housed in the collector's edition as like another DVD case. So if it's not exclusive to the collector's edition, I mean, if it's not exclusive to, or it is exclusive to the Kickstarter version, then what happens to the collector's edition that doesn't, which isn't on Kickstarter, will be on RightStop or whatever for pre-order at some point? If the original dub isn't in there with it, then isn't there going to be a gap in the art box? I find that a bit strange. Then we can go on to, there's a small amount that will include the soundtrack, another one that comes with a signed poster, presumably by the new cast. And this one seems to be exactly the same as the other one. Why is that? Oh, signed by the Japanese cast. And then this crazy one that, you know, someone will get to work on the show, probably as an extra, as well as a tour of Funimation Studio, blah blah blah. So yeah, interesting. I honestly, like I said, I don't know how to feel about this. Well, honestly, it kind of almost doesn't affect me because I can't actually back the Kickstarter. It's exclusive to North America. This is a bummer, but it's actually understandable because Anime Limited here in the UK have actually licensed the show, and they're going to be doing their own Ultimate Edition. It's going to cost a lot of money as well. I don't know which version I'll probably be going for. I probably will be leaning towards the Funimation version, assuming I can get my hands on the collector's edition like I did for Fullmetal Alchemist. But yeah, I don't honestly know right now. But yeah, I'm guessing that the art box is going to look something similar to the Japanese one, which has this really beautiful artwork on it, as you can see. But yeah, so that's the Escaflowne Kickstarter. What do you guys think? You know, are you going to back it? What's your opinion on them redubbing this classic? I mean, they had to do it, like, in order to use the Blu Ray. Actually, that's one thing I haven't mentioned. If this Kickstarter for somehow fails, which I don't think it will, like, I'm 99.9% sure this will get funded, but if it didn't get funded, then they're going to only release Escaflowne on Blu Ray subtitle only, which is crazy. But rather than just editing the Blu Ray or something, the HD materials, and resyncing the old dub to that. And that's something else I kind of wish they were doing with the old dub, is like, it's a shame the old dub isn't going to be on the Blu Ray, and then, you know, they just subtitle the bits where the old dub doesn't have any audio or whatever. But I can kind of understand at the same time why they're not doing that, because they'd have to make Blu-ray discs just for the old dub for that, and blah blah blah. So I can understand, but it's sort of a shame. So yeah, that's another thing as well. The old dub is going to be on its own exclusive DVD discs. This will still be a combo pack for the Blu-ray and DVD, and the DVD that includes the new dub will just be, you know, 480p versions of the HD material. So yeah. Anyway, what was the other thing? Oh, so this is interesting that this launches right now, because March is jam-packed for anime Kickstarters, because Skip Beat is getting an English dub, hopefully, and being re-released on Blu-ray and DVD. This has to be funded for it to actually get a release, and I bet they are super annoyed that this Escaflowne one is happening right now, because this is going to need all the money they can get for this to get funded. This starts in a couple of days. I think it launches on March 1st for, I think it's 2 months or maybe 1 month. No, it's just 1 month, March 1st to 31st. So yeah, they're going to be directly competing with the Escaflowne one. Hopefully this will get funded nice and easily, and there'll be enough people that are still interested in this. But yeah, this is on Indiegogo rather than Kickstarter, but they need to make the goal for this to even be released. It will get an English dub, but it has to meet the goal to even get a release at all due to some licensing jargon from Japan saying, hey, you can't release the show at all unless it has an English dub, which is crazy, but that's what they're doing. So yeah, this is being launched, and also Animego are going to be launching the Riding Bean High Octane Edition Kickstarter Blu Ray, like they did for Atake no Video and Bubblegum Crisis. I will definitely be backing this one. I am going to keep my eye on this one, but I'm hoping it isn't going to be exclusive to Indiegogo, and if it gets funded, it will just get a normal release at some point. And yeah, I'm going to be keeping my eye on this one as well, obviously, but as I say, I can't actually fund it. Anyway, so that's basically all the news. I probably talked a little bit too long about it, and probably not in the most clearest fashion. You know, I'll put a link in the description for the actual Kickstarter page. Go and have a look, watch this 2-minute video. There's also an Anime News Network interview with 2 of the people working on the project for Funimation, and yeah, you can get all the information that in a much more clearer fashion that I gave it to you. But yeah, what are your opinions, guys? Are you interested? Are you excited? And blah 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 blah. I'm Blaze. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time. Next up, we've got Clockwork Apple. This is a series of 8 short stories, all with, according to the back at least, several creepy, suspenseful short stories that ran between 1968 and 1973.